Hey friends, glad you're joining us today. Today we have a pretty special devotional. We're going to be looking at Romans chapter 5, verse 8. And in the NIV it reads, "But God demonstrates his own love for us in this, that while we were still sinners, Christ died for us." I love the Passion translation. It reads, "But Christ proved God's passionate love for us by dying in our place while we were still lost and ungodly." And I think the weight of that, I think that's what we're going to focus on today. I mean, it's amazing, when you think about it, the power of love, not the Celine Dion song that we sing, but the power of God's love for us, where he sent his son to pay the ultimate sacrifice, dying in our place, while we were still lost. I mean, that's the part that gets me. I'm not sure what your story is. I'll share a little bit of mine, but while I was in my sin-filled life, and I was looking at relationships to satisfy different needs. I was caught up in drugs and in alcohol, made some very, very poor choices. And one of them being even having an abortion. And the weight of that. And then when I read a verse like this, it wrecks me every time. It wrecks me because in the midst of that, when I wanted nothing to do with the Lord and I'm trying to do things my way, I'm going to do life my way, all these things, he still was like, "No, that's my daughter, like that's my son, put yourself in those shoes. Like that is my child, and I'm going to send my son to pay for that." And it wrecks me every every time. When I wasn't even looking at him, when I wasn't even glancing his way, he paid the price. There's just such weight and such awe and such beauty there. When I've made poor decision after poor decision after poor decision, and I'm sure you have too when you reflect back. He's not there shaming us and guilting us and saying, "Well, you should have did this, you should have gotten this right," or whatever. No, he's like, "I'm going to send my son, my one and only son, to pay the price so that they don't have to be condemned to hell, but that they can spend eternity with me, while we were lost and ungodly." Just the weight of that. I think it just brings such freedom, brings such appreciation and just gratitude, really, for the Lord. And it's just beautiful. Absolutely, absolutely beautiful. Before I ever even once apologized for what I had done, before I ever even came to my senses, it's beautiful. We see that again, like in the prodigal son, when you read that story in Luke chapter 15, just the lengths, and the depths that, his love goes. He volunteered to take my place, and if he did it for me, he did it for you, so just be encouraged and just remember that how much God loves you, that in spite of some of the things that you have done or the poor choices that you have made, he still sent his son for you. And you know what? He would do it again and again and again and again. I love John 3:16, "For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son." When you think of that, who is the world? That's you, that's me, that's every single person on the earth, really. There's nobody that's omitted for that. God came and he sent his son for the world, not the world, but this person, the world, but that person. The grace there and the love there, just so weighty. So I just really just wanted to encourage you, just think about that today. Just think about, in the midst of whatever it is you're going through right now, maybe a sin you're struggling with, whatever it is that you've been through in the past, he came. He came. He sees us worthy. He loves us. That's that passionate love that we were talking about, while we were still lost, before we even apologized or even looked his way, just, my goodness, beautiful. So I pray that encourages you. I definitely would encourage you to, just spend some time reflecting on that, and, just the gratitude that goes along with that. There's no love like his love. There's no love on this earth that's like his love. It's incredible. Absolutely incredible. So I pray you are encouraged. I pray you are blessed, and we will see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.